Welcome to Secret Identity. I'm back, bitches. Just gonna make it about me. I am Slater Harrison, aka Pegasus, because I love that horse. And I am joined by my lovely co-hosts and creators. First off, Brent Burma. How we doing?
Every day's a dream.
All right, Troy, welcome. Let's see if you have a better line.
Every day is a gift I didn't ask for and I cannot return it.
Non-refundable. All right.
Non-refundable,
And
but
today we're
yeah,
doing Absolute Wonder Woman, which is why I was given the intro duties. What up?
Yes,
and she
Absolute
is
Wonder,
killing it.
crushing it. Absolute Wonder Woman is a book that we have read for this podcast that we will be reviewing.
Yes.
And there it is.
You all told us to review the Absolute Universe. We started with Absolute Wonder Woman, and
We're working toward greatness.
we're working towards great. We read Absolute Batman, so we know that's good. So when we
Yeah,
review
well,
that,
there's
no,
a progression. There's a progression happening, like
this is
it's the it's listen, is this the
this is
best
definitely
way?
a book. This is certainly a book that we read.
I
I'm sure we'll discuss it as we go through it. I enjoyed it too. It was the Thor of the DC universe for me.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I look all the origin story stuff I thought was cool. Like the mix up of her not being an Amazonian, being raised by Circe in the underworld. I love that. I love Greek mythology. The monster fights were so so mid. So I mean, how many times can we fight Cthulhu without it like this is just old hat at this point. Like, I mean, the Lovecraftian creatures have been around since like the turn of the 20th century. And it's like, oh, and guess who Wonder Woman's going to fight now? It's Cthulhu.
It kind of came out of nowhere, like that. It just turned, and then it reminded me. I watched a bunch of the Linda Carter show on Max after I read this, and that show was just like the old Hulk show, which was basically a kung fu ripoff where she's in a new city, she does something wonderful, then this big great threat appears, then she's got to do some Wonder Woman shit like make the whole city deaf, and then
I never watched that show.
Yeah,
so you're saying that show was a lot like the Bill Bixby Hulk show, which was a lot like the Kung Fu David Carradine show.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And what I liked about this was there was a
That was
lot
Friendception.
This didn't really. I could see why you have the opinion that you do of this book, because it didn't really slow down. I also would like to point out that like Wonder Woman is arguably one of the big three, and she never really gets her due unless she's in a story with someone else. So I thought it was cool the direction they went in for this. However, this being what our third
You went on mute, Troy.
Oh, good. I thought it was my headphones.
my back.
You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. This being comparing this to Batgirl Year One and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, this is the weaker of the three, but I still really enjoyed reading this. I think it's just because I love the Absolute universe. Like DC got it right with like, how do we introduce these stories to new readers? Oh, I got the answer. Let's just manga the shit out of them.
It is very manga, which I dig. And you are right. It is tough to compare this to Batgirl Year One, which is awesome, and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which is a masterpiece. So I don't want to give Wonder Woman crap because I feel bad, like, because obviously we haven't done as many female-led titles, but it's just like the material's got to be there. Like I love Alias, the Jessica Jones origin story, because it's such a fucking cool new take on like a superhero dealing with PTSD. It's Brian Michael Bendis. For this, it felt a lot like we're gonna switch things up just for the sake of it.
Yeah, what did you think, Slater? It's being your first Wonder Woman intro, because you really liked it. I'm putting together.
You're picking up more than I put down.
You double birded me. I insulted this. There were two birds that came out.
Two birds, one stone. Wonder Woman. Well, she was stone, Medusa, but I mean, I to your guys' point, yeah, I don't think it's the best, female-led stuff. I think Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow was like
Right.
number one, and like so, I'm a little. I went in with high hopes and big expectations coming from that because we read that not too long ago, and yeah, not disappointed. Just I think I just came in too hot,
Mhm.
but I think that yeah, to your point, it did feel like a force, like, they kinda, like, threw something together just because like, they had to or they wanted to keep the
Yeah.
momentum or whatever. But all of that to say, like, it wasn't a bad read, I just to your point, Brett, yeah, I do think that the fights were, like, very, like, built up, and then, like,
Right.
she crushed it in 2 seconds with 1 weapon, and, basically, it was all, like, her mom's weapons that she made her. I like the going back and forth, I like their relationship. I like
That
how they
part was the
made
best
Wonder
part. I
Woman
agree.
yeah, I like how they made Wonder Woman, like, very obvious for what she, like, stood for throughout all the, issues. Like, it was all, hope and kindness and love and, so I guess and not many, male superheroes are into that except for the latest Superman that we got with the whole punk rock era.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I guess yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Again, kind of,
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
little
It's just
dull,
we
little dull, but not bad.
we
I
review
feel bad as a
amazing
woman.
shit. We Okay, so
I'm like,
so
"Fuck Warren." I'm
so
like,
no that we have the female approval to shit on this book.
Well,
The woman.
another girl just came in the
Oh my god, hi.
Julie, the Wonder Puff dog.
Oh
Hello,
my
Oh
god.
man.
hi. Oh
I,
my god,
I
she literally heard me talking shit about Wonder Woman and stormed in here. She's an
Yeah, oh
attack
my
dog.
god.
probably to agree with us.
Well, you know what I will
Yeah.
say? I don't think Wonder Woman is that popular to where it's going to be like absolute Superman where we pick it up and you're like, "Oh, there's Lex Luthor. There's you know his rogues, you know his allies." Wonder Woman, like Thor, is rooted in mythology. So like you're seeing these gods and characters come up, you're like, I don't really know who that is, Brian. Oh, that's Hellcat. Okay, I guess that's fine. Oh, and she's submissive to Hades, but not really. Oh, that's a mother. Is that a that
We don't even
there's a
get
mom?
Hades. Who
I know,
cares
yeah,
about
like
Hecate?
Getting it.
yeah, and
The only reason I'm interested in Hecate is because I was just playing Hades 2, and Hecate is a big character in that.
well, that's the thing. Like when they incorporate the gods, the prior mythology of those said gods are what come into my head when, like, I guess in the Snyder movie, you had Ares, right? He was in it. And in the he was one of the ones that led the charge against Darkseid.
That's
So
right.
I'm like,
Lupin.
I'm like thinking about Greek mythology, and then I'm like, but wait, this is DC's version of Ares. So like Poseidon raped Athena, and that's how we got Medusa. Like, what the hell is going on there? Like, there's a lot, and I'm just sort of like, okay, comics are supposed to be a knockoff of Greek mythology, and we've incorporated them, and when it's done right, sure, but then when it's done poorly, it's kind of like Thor 4, where Russell Crowe is a Greek diner owner, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
And I think Wonder Woman just
Russell
works
Crowe
better
can
in the
never get a
ensemble.
win. That's
Sorry,
Yeah.
what was
guys.
that? What was that?
I said Russell Crowe can never get a win except for Gladiator, but even in that he didn't win. But
Yeah.
like
He won the
Cinderella
Oscar,
Man,
though.
I guess. Yeah, it's like he's just. I keep seeing him in more stuff, and I love him. And then he's just like he always gets just missed. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
My mom has a
Yeah.
huge crush on him too, so I might be biased.
Fighting around the
Brett.
world.
it's in your genes, Sydney Sweeney.
But yeah, I
He
mean,
knows, G.
I think Wonder Woman works better in the ensemble. Like they're just characters like that. Like, and we've never really gotten a great genre defining Wonder Woman book, at least to my knowledge. Like there are certain books that just come up like when I'm like, all right, when you're reading that character, you read that book. Like Superman,
Mm.
even though Superman's been around for over what, like 100 years at this point, almost
Yeah,
100
about
years. All-Star Superman. Everyone's going to tell you to read either All-Star Superman or Red Sun. Batman, I mean, there are definitive Batman books, even though Batman's been around forever. People will say, read Long Halloween, read Killing Joke, read Year One. Even guys like Hawkeye or Iron Fist now have their own definitive books. What is the definitive Wonder Woman book. There are great Wonder Woman moments. I think she's great in Countdown to Infinite Crisis when she kills Maxwell Lord, and just like the look of horror Batman and Superman have when they're like, oh, she's not like us. She's like, she's wired differently. Like, but like, I think give us like a standard strong solo Wonder Woman book before we deconstruct her.
I think this has potential to be that. The only I'm not ashamed to say, but I'm conflicted to say the only defining Wonder Woman story that I could think of is that first Gal Gadot movie, which was pretty fucking killer.
It was good.
It was.
Really, I mean, I know Gal Gadot and all the stuff with Gal Gadot,
Sure.
and I agree. Not a good actress. Totally agree there. But that movie's awesome. I mean, Patty Jenkins knows what she's doing.
She really knows what
Yeah, she's not the worst actor. Like,
yeah, she is.
I don't think
Yeah, she might be the worst
maybe
actor.
in that. She's been in other stuff where she's
Malik
pretty
Ackerman,
solid.
maybe.
She looks like a young.
Malik Ackerman's
shut
really
up,
bad.
Brent.
Malik Ackerman's a terrible actress. I'm sorry.
She looks like a young Ashley Judd. Maybe that's why I'm giving her more credit. I think Gal Gadot does.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, some people.
You muted
You went-
yourself
you
again.
went on
What is
mute
this, a
again.
freaking
What's like
business
happening?
meeting?
The IPF
Get
is
it
fucking with my
together.
audio on this episode.
He's like looking
this
at
podcast is
his
sponsored by APAC.
It's
He's talking to
sponsored by
people on
Impact.
Slack right now.
Right, why
I've
don't
got
you
a
kick us
back
off
deal
with
with
issue one?
Richie Torres.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. Adam Freeland has sabotaged this whole operation. Well, why
What
don't
were
we
you saying though before you
get into
muted
this?
yourself?
Am I unmuted
My
again?
Adam was
No.
a freelance
It's just
and
how
a
it feels to
fiend.
be a woman.
Hey, we give you a chance to speak so we could speak over you, damn it.
That's right. We put you in the middle.
Oh yeah, I've abandoned my boys. Ah,
It's good to have
like,
you.
Abandoned
I
my boy!
I agree.
All
I
right.
drink your milkshake.
Let's start. I drink it up. Let's drink this tepid, annoying milkshake of a book right now. Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 1.
And I do want to
And-
say, nobody here got the good issues.
No one here got the good issues. That's how you know this book is-
Honestly, yeah, no. I feel also, Brad, when you just said you're gonna issue 1, I'm like, are you talking about the issues you have personally with it? Or we're
You know,
diving in.
No
the
one can
summary.
accuse us of criticizing comic books. We are probably one of, if not the most positive comic book podcasts out there. We love the stuff but we got to be honest sometimes. We couldn't come in to Craven the movie and be like, this was cool. This was a cool movie. It was bad.
Craven was cool. That's what that was.
Yeah. This
was-
book is not bad, but it's certainly mid.
Yeah,
Mid,
I
you could say mid.
know.
Yeah. It's a good, and I think that's why it was a good start to intro the Absolute Universe for their audience, because it's just going to grow and grow. Like if we blew our load with Batman and then it disintegrated, it would have been rough. So like, hey, we'll start with Absolute. Our views will probably suffer for it, but then we got Superman after that, and then
Expectation
we Batman.
management. I know. At least with like last year, we posted 3 episodes that no one watched, but the people that watched it loved it. But all 3 of those books were amazing. It was like Bone, The Crow, and Human Target. 3
Yeah, that's right.
masterpiece books that all like
Honestly,
all below 3,000 views.
yeah, but Bone. I got
Bone
a bone
was
to pick with
great.
people who don't like Bone. I
Bone
fucking
won
love
the Eisner
Bone.
Award.
Bone was the best.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad we
good.
picked that over
Exactly.
Mouse.
So we can't all be wrong.
No one is asking this, but we are never going to review Mouse on this podcast. This is still a comedy podcast. You can't make the Holocaust funny.
I read that after you had told me about it like 2 years ago, and I was like, damn, I think I got to give Brent a hug. That was fucked up. That was really fucked
I
up.
love Mouse. It's an absolute masterpiece. Everyone should read it. We will just not be reviewing it on here.
We learned our lesson from the Crow. We'll stick with we learned the James Gunn lesson. All right, we're only gonna do big name books now. No, but seriously, if anybody has any recommendations for Wonder Woman books, or we always take your recommendations in stride. This show is run by your recommendations. So please,
Especially
continue.
you, Fred Skull.
Especially Fred Skull, and please continue to give us the correspondence on both Instagram, on our TikTok, and on our YouTube, because we do read Brent and Slater read the comments and messages, and I am still quite a bit scared because I took down a Cthulhu myself earlier this year, and Cthulhu had a lot more supporters than I thought he did. So, Brent, why don't you kick us off with issue 1 of Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson, art by Hayden Sherman and Matea DeLuis. The art is really good in this. I wish I had a better word, but I really enjoyed looking at
the art is good.
I love her
Slater,
design.
thank you for the laugh on my Kirk Cthulhu pun. I thought that was quite good.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, you were trying to get to business, and we were still hung up on it.
We are.
But yeah, we'll start off with issue 1. Speaking of hell, this book.
So like Absolute. Could you give us the dark side origins of this as we get into the book?
So that's the whole Absolute universe. Is basically we have this alternate universe where the main universe is driven, the gravitating force is the goodness of Superman. In the Absolute universe, it's the darkness of Darkseid. So everything is kind of twisted on its head. Batman grew up with no money, no resources. The Joker, by contrast, has all of his money, all of his resources. And Wonder Woman, instead of being born in Themyscira and raised by the Amazonians, they're all gone. She's instead raised by Circe, the evil witch of Greek mythology, who in the Justice League Unlimited show that we reviewed, turned her into a pig. So she becomes her mother. And so we're seeing what if Wonder Woman was raised in Hades as opposed to Themyscira.
Yeah, and you could, like all of the ones that we've seen so far, it's all about the heart, not that different.
All about the heart.
Not that much of a difference in Diana here that I could see. I mean, probably her approach to things and her susceptibility to use magic she probably shouldn't use is a little bit more prevalent here than you would see in an Amazonian raised Diana. But like, she's still everything you need in the Wonder Woman. She's a badass. She's the first to charge. She's gonna solve the problem. She doesn't know how, and she knows it's gonna cost a lot, but she's gonna do it, and that's what makes her a wondrous woman.
Yes, it'll cost her an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Where's that spoiler warning?
Hey, we don't know what limb it is, do we? Whose limb is it anyway?
The news show starring Drew Carey. Whose limb is it anyway?
Whose limb is it anyway?
Anyone? This belong to anyone?
No, that's gonna be Drew Barrymore's new show,
starring Wayne Brady.
I was gonna say, in a world where Diana is raised by Ryan Stiles.
Colin Mockery.
She's no woman at all if she can't make a pot roast. Lines you can never say in the Hall of Justice.
And that surfer who lost her arm to a shark attack.
And Meg.
And Meg. 9 p.m. Eastern time on ABC.
Honestly,
I love it starts with the news broadcast, right? And they got like some kind of dinosaur demons invading Gateway City, and then she like rides in.
Alan. That's not Alan, that's Steve.
Yeah, she's I like her coming in on the bones of Pegasus.
I'm
just
on a horse.
Shit up. Yeah, with the sword. It's really cool.
Look at your god, now back at me. Now back at your god, now back at me.
Back to me.
Sadly, she isn't me.
This is Pegasus. We don't know if they're alive or dead.
But if she was raised by Circe, she could smell like she's me.
But damn, she smells good. There was some smell talk in this also.
Yes, there was.
There was indeed. But yeah, did we? Slater, you were just frozen. You were frozen for a second. All right, let me dive into issue 1, which is probably the best of these 5 mid issues that we're gonna read, which is the origin. The origin is interesting.
You assigned yourself it, Brent.
Yeah, but I didn't read this going in. I didn't know. It's not like it's a good issue. It's just this is just variations of bad.
Yeah. Well, you got the least bad. Go ahead. Let her rip.
All right. So it starts with Wonder Woman. Diana is a baby, and she's given to Circe, who's on an island in Hades. And Circe, who gives it to her? Apollo?
I think that was Apollo.
Yeah, that was Apollo. And Apollo's like, hey, Circe, I know you're like an evil witch, but you got to go raise this baby. And Cersei's like, what? And then Cersei's like, I'm just gonna let the baby die. And then she finds out that the baby has super strength. And so she's like, oh, all right, you know what? This baby's pretty cool. And then obviously
She's like,
grows to love her.
I'm gonna save this autistic Amazon.
That's right. And she's not allowed to say the word Amazon.
Yes, it's
That was
banned.
cool. How like they
That was
crossed
cool.
the
How
word
it was,
out.
it
That
was
was cool.
scribbled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when they do stuff like. I love cool lettering stuff. Even the name of
I
her
like cool
sword,
lettering
like,
stuff, too.
I can't pronounce what her sword's name. It's like Thor's Munleer, but like
Yeah.
it had like it was like written in Greek, and even Steve
Mhm.
Trevor was like, "Well, we're not in Greece," and she was like, "Afraid not. We're in hell." And he's like, "I'm in hell. God damn it!"
Her sword's name was Stavros.
Stop.
This is Stavros the sword.
We don't have great hell. That's crazy.
But yeah, so she's raised by Cersei, and what's cool about this Wonder Woman is because Cersei is a magician, and she's one of the most powerful witches in Greek mythology, a student of Hecate. This Wonder Woman, this Diana, learns how to use magic in addition to her Amazonian warrior skills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and-
thought that was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
So-
seeing her grow up and use them. You know, like in the
yeah,
different panels.
totally. And Cersei grows to love her. She goes, "Wow, I love being a mom. I love her." And so that's basically issue 1. It's kind of intercutting between Diana fighting these Lovecraftian Cthulhu monsters in our world, and then her being raised in Hades by what's her face, Cersei.
Yeah, and we get
I like
her.
their little hell home. It's
Yeah, it was
cute.
cozy.
Yeah, it is. It is cozy.
It was cool. I was like, I want to go in there. I want to get in that world. That'd be sick. And I like that she at first was like, yo, screw this baby. Just
Yeah.
abort mission. That was
Yeah.
the mission.
I'm an
And then-
evil witch living in hell. Why would you expect me to be a good mother?
Like, now you're giving me a crying baby? What the fuck? Didn't think it could get any worse. But then she just made that point where it was cute, where she was like, you love a child by raising it, and then you prove that love by letting them go.
Letting it
I thought that
go.
was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick them out.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like animals in the wild that like have a baby and then they're like deuces, go figure it out for yourself. That's kind of what Cersei was trying to do here. But I did like the declaration that she says after you see the narration where Cersei says, if you love something, the true justice, let it go. Or we get her declaration of character where she says, I'm Diana of Themyscira, last of the Amazons. So things are pretty much the same right here. Daughter of Cersei, princess of hell, witch of the Wild Isle. It's kind of like Daenerys and her 15 fucking titles that she always have. And I kind of like go into Seinfeld brain, and I'm like, if you just cut it down, you know, all these names aren't hurting the bad guy. He's not going, we shouldn't mess with her. She has a resume. I've never fought somebody with a cover letter before.
That's one of my favorite jokes on Game of Thrones when Jon Snow meets Daenerys, and like Daenerys is like number 2. She goes, meet Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, the breaker of chains, the unburnt. And then it just cuts to Davos with Jon Snow, and Davos goes, that's Jon Snow. It's like, and Jon just looks at him. He goes, "Oh, he's king of the North."
And he doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it.
And it did them. I love that. I forgot about that part.
Mhm.
He knows that.
Issue 2, we
I keep
finally see the
freezing.
lasso, which I really liked.
Yeah, issue 2, we see the lasso. We see her fighting Cthulhu. Wow, such a clever villain. Cthulhu. We also see, I think issue 2 is where we see Barbara Minerva, which not to be confused with Barbara Gordon. This is Cheetah before she becomes Cheetah.
Oh, got you.
See, that's it's confusing because her name's Barbara and she's got red hair, but that's why she's got the glasses. She's working in a library. Cheetah was an archaeologist who was like obsessed with Wonder Woman.
Okay, I was confused by that too, and there's been other Barbaras, as we know. And I was like, "Is this a weird like crossover?"
People only know they can only name their daughter one. If she's a redhead, she has to be named Barbara.
It's like that Family Guy when
Barbara.
they did the Empire Strikes Back. Or I think it was Return of the Jedi in Peter sees Mon Mothma, and he goes, "Oh, it's a chick. In fact, it might be the only other chick in the galaxy." And Leia goes, "I don't like her."
That was great.
Oh my god, yes. That is so good.
But like,
And
so
that-
Barbara is the Kristen Wiig character from the comedy Wonder Woman 84.
That's exactly who that is. And issue 2 is also kind of intersplicing between.
I think the whole book does the time stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's her fighting Cthulhu in the modern times, and like this Cthulhu is the Harbinger or Habringer. I don't know how to pronounce it, but something worse is going to be coming. And then we also see Steve Trevor landing in Hades and Wonder Woman falling in love with him, and the sacrifice she makes to get him to return to the world of men, which I think is her chopping off her arm.
Her arm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
usually what happens in a world full of men. You just start losing limbs, limb by limb. They pick you apart until they're
Back to whose limb is it anyway?
now screaming.
Can we get a suggestion from the audience? Did someone say pineapple?
Swingers!
Steve and Wonder Woman
I
are looking for a
missed that.
Oh, you watched the episode?
Yeah, of course I did.
Nice.
I watched it to make the cover, and then I was like, nah, I'm already here. Because to get a good face of you two little rascals takes a lot. Takes a lot of screenshots, takes a lot of like.
It's a lot harder for me than it is for Troy. Troy doesn't have a bad side.
it's equally
me, it's-
bad.
You're always smiling, so I can get good ones pretty easy of you. But I like it. You're so theatrical that I'm like trying to find like a one. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
We'll get that for this one. Do it again. Everyone do this. Okay, at 26, I'll go here. I'll screenshot it. That's the cover. Done.
Yeah, yes, that is Slater does our thumbnails, which is why our recent thumbnails have looked quite good because Slater is a fuego graphic artist.
Oh, we love him.
No, you stop it. But that does make my job easier. I thought in the second issue that you were gonna bring up the hilarious conversation about height that Steve
Oh, that
and
was funny.
the diners. I'm like, oh my god, and they're like,
Where-
is it really a big deal?
Because
Yeah,
they're the
it
same
was like
height.
this-
Shut up.
In my world, there's no women as tall as you. And he's like, no, it doesn't matter at all. But I'm so fucking hard right now.
Wouldn't it be really funny if it turns out Steve Trevor was 5'9"?
He's 5'9" and he's really into power bodies.
He goes, in my world, there are no women as tall as you. Don't come to it. Just believe me.
Don't go.
I'm like,
I am a giant.
I'm considered very tall for my world.
I'm 5'11". Believe me.
That is a very normal, above average height.
Yeah,
Do you see my feet?
there really was. I guess the point of issue 2 was to show her relationship to, or I guess it was her warming up to the human world, right?
Mhm.
Coming out of hell and then like rehabilitating Steve and then going to deal with Steve's generals. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna go deal with this problem. And she deals with it. And then classic superhero thing, there's always a bigger fish. That's when the big bad shows up. I forget what his name is. It starts with the
bad Kraken.
bad.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Kraken.
I forgot his name too.
It's the cat. I almost call him
The
Thaddeus, but like
Tetracide.
Oh, Tetracide.
Yes.
That's right.
Tetracide. Yes. Coming in hot.
But it
Pennyworth.
looks like the Kraken. I'm pretty sure it said like the Kraken on the side in one page too. And I was like, what are we doing here? Re-promoting?
Yeah,
Where's
it did. When it went through like the hieroglyphics and the mythology of it all, it
Yeah.
kind of, it's
Yes.
just like,
And it's
Well,
the four
that's-
ways of killing you, like death of soul,
Yeah.
death of fear. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, mind and body. Yeah. Well, that was the start of my notes. So thank you for covering that.
Issue 3.
We're all on the same page. Beautiful time. I think because I haven't been on in a little while, I'm just really jazzed up over here. And my Wi-Fi can't even handle it. So apologies in advance.
no.
I
Oh,
wish we could have gotten you a better book to come back to.
I know.
Hickman
This is
Spider-Man was
rude.
so good.
Yeah, whatever. There'll be a
We have
Christmas
Absolute
Miracles
Superman
one or a
next. That'll be
Hanukkah.
great.
Yeah, I'm sure Absolute Superman will be good. And we know Absolute Batman's good.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Which is kind of horseshit that everything, all these absolute books are the tits. And then the one that has tits is not the tits. Fucking rude.
That's our cold open.
That's our call. Yeah.
It just keeps going, beep, beep, beep.
This is why Slater is a woman that
Oh.
does not support other women.
Nope.
The character with the tits is not the tits. Take the red
No
pill.
wonder at all.
See, this is why things can get misconstrued.
Slater, the trad
Oh my
podcast
God.
co-host.
And I'm Mr. Construed.
Back to whose limb is it anyway? I'm gonna say that randomly to people. They're gonna be
Whose limb is it
"What?"
anyway?
That's some Ed Gein shit right there.
Like
Whose limb is it
interdimensional
anyway?
cable has like an almost improvisational feel to it.
Woo! All right. Issue 3, our favorite. We already talked about Tetracide
Yes.
and how Ben wanted to commit suicide reading this book the whole time. But yes, Tetracide, color by fear, mind, body, and soul. Fear, mind, body, and soul. And I feel like most of these little creatures kind of look like the Stranger Things, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, the
And then
mind
the
flare.
whole- yeah, and then the whole like sound aspect of it too. And I was like, which came first?
Oh, the
but-
Demogorgons, the thing with the face.
Oh, the
that, like,
Demogorgons, yeah.
split
Uh-huh.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, Greek
That's out
mythology
today.
is the real. Yeah, it does come out today.
That comes out
Finally.
today? Oh,
Yeah,
let's
that's what I'm
go.
going to be doing after we
20
record.
fucking years.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, can we virtually watch it together?
Well,
At the same time later?
Thanksgiving is when we did our first episode 2 years ago, if you remember.
That's
We're
right. That
gonna
was
have
our
a-
first episode with Slater,
Yeah.
When
which
things took a
we
turn.
didn't use, but we re-recorded.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
That wasn't your fault. We just spent 4 hours talking about
Watchmen.
Watchmen.
I know. That's why you guys need me to keep on track. Speaking of,
We do.
so
Keep us on track.
So I love the panel with the vase and all the Greek mythology on it. I don't know why it was so nostalgic. And I was like, why is this like titillating my inner child? And I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of like Hercules at the beginning with all the vases and them like dancing on it and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
sidebar. I was saying we were getting on track. But basically, they go back in time again, and it shows the relationship between Diana and Steve and their friendship, whatever, growing. And she basically makes sentiment that comes back in the end, saying like one good man is all it takes to save the world. So then they show how she like cut off her arm to save him, to send Steve back, get him out of hell, basically, which is an interesting plea deal that I didn't know the devil was fond of, but whatever. But then back in the real time, the real world of present day, that's when we had Barbara telling she meets Barbara. Diana does. Sorry, my notes are gibberish. Diana meets Barbara
little
and tells her to
Trump thing you just
find
did there.
Steve.
My notes are gibberish.
My notes are gibberish. Everybody knows.
I've got the
Sticky
most.
scratch.
No one's notes are more gibberish than mine.
I don't need to cite sources. My citation is I know it, he knows it, everybody knows it.
Teleprompter is just doodles. Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Look at that, another dick. S. Look at the S. Nobody drove the S. I brought the S back.
1, 2, 3.
On my planet, it means hope.
Oh my God.
Don't look it up.
Superman's not so bad. You look at him. It's okay. You can call me a fascist, Superman. It's much easier. I've been called that.
That's all I can draw is a pig. Little eyes.
That was wild. That moment.
This pig went to the stock market all the way. Anywho, so Diana meets Barbara and tells her to find Steve, because she's going out there. She's going to make everyone deaf because this tetracide releases a sound that makes people go crazy and rush towards him. And then she's like, if you get trampled to death, that's actually way better. So basically, it's about to be Black Friday. Everyone's freaking out, but she makes sure they can't hear shit, so that they're safe. And then this is my favorite part. I think my favorite characters moving into issue 4, but also issue 3 ends with her kind of dubbing herself as Wonder Woman, which was kind of cool. When she went on the news and she was like, "I am Wonder Woman," like saying kindness and compassion will
Yeah, yeah,
save
yeah.
everyone now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am Lord. She's great. So, but then going into issue 4, The Sound of Silence, so cue the Simon and Garfunkel, was the intro to the 2, like, witches, I suppose,
Yeah.
self-proclaimed witches,
Oh yeah.
Etta
I
Etta
don't
and,
know who they were.
Idea Candy. Their last name's Candy, they're witches. I was like, "What the these bitches rock." Um, I love them, and she freaking fashions an arm together with her little potion mix of stuff,
Yeah, that
which
sequence
is
was fun when they're talking to Steve and they're like, "Hey, remember when you told us about Diana and we didn't believe you?" And Steve's like, "Yeah."
yes,
And she's like, "You
yes.
undersold."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I literally was just about to say that because it reminded me of the other guys with Will Ferrell, and they're like, "How was Jersey Boys?" And he was like, "Wow, what a spectacle." He's like, "The
The
pageantry, the
costumes,
singing,
the pageantry, what a musical.
completely undersold it."
Completely undersold it.
Oh my god, I knew you would get that, Brad. Um, so I even have that down, "Wow, you undersold it." This is why I can't read my notes because
In
they're
Mark
just
Wahlberg
thoughts
voice.
and quotes. I'm the guy who's trying to do his job. Troy, that was for you. Um, imagine can you do a Mark Wahlberg in this world?
What the fuck is that, bro? That's a fucking Thaddeus. What the hell? I gotta go make a deal with Hades, dude. I gotta fucking give up my other arm. I can't take that thing down. I'm gonna make everybody in this town fucking deaf except the Asians. They deserve what's gonna happen to them. Don't look up Mark Wahlberg 1990s Asian hate crime. It's bad. It was bad for Boogie Nights. It was really bad. That thing's
Why
a
don't you
flight
get out?
risk.
Why don't you get out of this story, Dignum?
Just fucking kill me right now, bro. Feel the vibration.
Boogie
That's
was
how you're
one
gonna know the
arm.
thing's attacking. Feel it. Feel it. You can't hear it,
Why
bro.
don't you just let
That
us
means you
fight
can't hear
Cthulhu?
sound, bro.
But Jack Nicholson needs work.
Vibrations.
Yeah, well, you see,
I'm knocking off.
John Lennon said, "I'm an artist. If you give me a sword, I'll make a fucking dead god out of it." Of course, I talked
my
to the
God.
Justice League. I gave them everything they don't know about you.
Wow. Whew, thanks. Sorry, not to just say dance. there.
No, you get us going on an impression, and it'll be about 20 minutes before the balloon gets pulled back down.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Your hair looks like
But-
Wonder Woman today.
It does.
Thanks, guys. You know, I showered, and then I didn't blow dry, which is why it's a little crazy.
Yeah, you got some Thanksgiving
But-
curls.
Very thick.
Yeah, my hair looks like stuffing. I don't know why. There's a piece of chicken in there, actually. Could you imagine? Okay. Wow. Clearly, this book was so good that we're entertaining ourselves with insane trash talk and just off-topic ADHD stuff. Mostly speaking for myself. I'll wrap up issue 4.
The most consequential thing in 4 is when she meets.
No. I'm probably gonna say it. I'm probably gonna say it, and I have really good notes, and I really did a lot of work on this. So
I've got really good notes. I've got the best notes.
hang on.
My favorite is when
Hang
Wonder Man
on.
appeared and I said, "Holy cow, wait a minute, that's a Marvel character. He's going to be in a TV show."
I'm unwell. Okay, so there's a flashback to Circe and Hakate. Let's just go with that. There's a really cool panel there where they're talking. Is that what you're gonna say, Troy? Yeah. We'll put a nice graphic on there, maybe.
Well, I'm not adding
they're
B-roll to
talking-
this one.
You know what? I'll get in there too. Put me in, coach. But they were basically talking about how Circe like saw the future, and that's when she made like her lasso of sacrifice.
Are you
'cause
talking
she
about
has
when he
those-
came down to her and she was kneeling and like this panel?
Yeah, with the and the sections in the next
Yeah, and
one.
then they're in bed and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it shows like Circe, you know, how she raised Diana, because there's like a little bit of like, you know, no context there. So they kind of got into Cersei's background with raising her more in this issue, which I thought was really nice and kind of was what the glue that like held it all together. So she's showing her, you know, the future because Cersei, from my understanding, sounds like she only gets like pieces of the future, right? So she sees how bad it could be, and then Diana, I think the only like conflict between them was that Diana views Cersei sometimes as a bit cruel, or that she like doesn't care as much, which is why I think Diana became so steadfast and
It's
like
hard to imagine
kindness.
Diana seeing her that way. Cersei's only an evil witch that's been sentenced to live in hell for the rest of her days.
But she
I can't believe she would
raised
see her as cruel.
She raised her. I feel
Joe
like everyone
Jackson
that
raised Michael Jackson. Being a father
Hey, I'm
doesn't
talking about
necessarily make
adoption.
someone. Being a parent doesn't make them just a good person.
I'm saying
Wow.
adoption, although this was foisted adoption. Brent, do you have some problems at home? Are you nervous about Thanksgiving?
I love my family. I'm just saying. I'm saying Cersei, much like Joe Jackson.
Brett made a point I would have made.
I learned from the best.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't come from Troy. Oh my god.
When you
I
spend
was
enough time.
thinking it, but I was like, you say the same thing on every podcast. Shut the hell up.
Someone doesn't like their childhood.
Soon Troy's going to be quoting Albert Brooks movies.
Oh my lord. Okay.
You spend enough time with someone.
10 commandments. Oh wait, that's
Your whole life.
That's Mel Brooks, but still great.
Anyway, Cersei
The
saw the
backstory with
future
Cersei,
and saw that Diana was gonna need some weaponry. So it kind of goes back and forth, and she was having a bad dream, and then she was like, I was too, and she's like, about what? She's like, the future. So whatever. Cersei was there like prepping Diana throughout her whole childhood, making her the weapons and like sending her on these little errand runs to make the weapons. But then it goes back to current time, and she's got the arm, and Eda, whatever, says she's like, before you go back out there, you might want to wipe that full pint of blood off your face. I'm like,
That's
"These
great.
girls, the witches, bitches, I love them. The Candy Sisters. It
Yeah.
sounds so weird. What
That was
is
a-
that?
I-
Are they
I-
the
I
best?
loved the art on that. Just like her standing there like Carrie. It was just so
Love
badass.
it.
Like a warrior, man.
Yo.
I was-
Yo, like Diana, you got something on your face. Yo, I was honestly pretty happy because I didn't want to have to sleep with my date at this prom anyway.
well, I thought it
I
was
was like,
so
we get
cool
to dump
because
fake blood on her.
like she's either like drawn like how she is in the Justice League Unlimited, which is basically Lois Lane with Amazonian bracelets, or she's drawn super She-Hulky and buff. And I thought that it was really a smart decision that they made her built like, you know, an average woman, but like she still looks like
10
she could
feet
be
tall.
a princess. Yeah, her like to scale when she's around other characters, you realize how big she is, but she kind of has like this native tattooing on her body, and her face is absolutely gorgeous, and everything on her is a weapon, and she still is always needing more, which I thought was a really cool addition to how they made her character in this, because it's kind of like how Absolute Batman was, where like he had all these gadgets and everything, but he still had to think on his feet and think on the fly, and that's with no powers. Now you have somebody with all this magic, and she's got to go talk to backup witches to get her arm back, which I thought was a cool
Yeah.
little insert there.
Little witchcraft, little hocus
Mhm.
pocus to get your arm back. And then she now that she's armed up, she fights the Tetracide and uses the Athena blade, which
Yeah.
This looks like the
and
Cloud
then-
Stripe sword from Final Fantasy,
I
right?
don't know what that is.
That's-
Yeah.
our fans will get that.
Okay. Sounds like I can skip that lesson. I'm sweating over here.
Me too. You guys don't
but
know this,
yes,
but
it-
Slater and Troy are both like getting over like terrible sicknesses, and I got both my COVID and flu shots, so I'm also kind of struggling.
That's why we're all
God.
separated.
That's why we literally sound like we're on fucking Benadryl, Mucinex, Nyquil.
Thank God we got like
I'm
an awesome
fucked up on
comic
drugs.
book to get us through this illness. Just a really good, exciting, fun, not at all dense and boring comic book.
Listen,
Oh my
either way, I'm
God.
thankful for
Well,
you
this
guys.
This is
I'm thankful for you guys too.
me too. for you guys.
I am
So-
thankful for our 62 other episodes of this podcast.
I know people are gonna listen to this on their way home and just fucking U-turn. So she uses the Athena blade, which is whatever Brent said it looked like, and Troy agreed. So yeah, I'm on board with that as well. Cuts this huge tetracide monster, Stranger Things beast, ocean fucking thing in half, essentially. And she says, half the battle is choosing the right weapon, because her weapons are very carefully chosen throughout this, which is
Yeah.
Circe's kind of influence, right? I like how she had a plethora of stuff, and then like the transformer arm before she got her arm back. She was cool. She was wielding some. They were trying. They were definitely trying.
Yeah, you could see
Um,
the effort here. Like nothing was phoned in.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah. And then it ends like all stories end with the president in the White House pissed off, like, "Oh my God, know about this," and then it goes into issue 5.
It is true. We have the president, the angry president, the angry military general. This is how's this gonna look for my troops when
Yeah.
you're killing our American people?
It's always Nixon. They stopped making presidents black after Obama left. I liked that 8-year period. I liked when the all
Wonder
guy was
Woman.
president.
Oh my Lord.
This Wonder Woman is a threat to
Yeah.
national security. More.
Look into her deleted emails from Amazon.
Slater, you froze again while we were Nixoning.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny because when it freezes for me, it freezes you guys, and Brent's face just froze like mid. Damn it.
You're still in
Happy
about 420p right now, but I
Yeah.
will assume that it was a good frozen look. It's a good thing it's my book now. All right.
Over to you, Troy.
You're
You're back,
here.
but
You're slowly. I feel like I just took an eye exam.
Yeah, you're at like 16 pixels.
I could see you pouting.
Ah,
That made it worse. No, you're coming back. You're coming back. You're focusing, and you are slowly loading. Maybe as I talk about 5, we'll get some more resolution. So this one is the aftermath of the tetracide has been split into like a good third date, and the United States government decides to send in some nuclear missiles to get rid of what's left of the monster, get rid of tetracide, and Diana, one gets absorbed into him, and she diverts a couple others. Then she goes up to a fighter pilot, and, which I really liked. And she's like, "Hey, so I need you to not do that again, okay?" And he's like, "Okay, whatever you say, you got it. I won't do that again." And we see her back into it's like you said, Slater. Every time we get a weapon, we get an origin. Now we see her starting to deal with the
I thought you said every time we get a weapon, we get an orgy.
Oh yeah, every time we get a weapon, we get an orgy. Hecate is just out swinging dick.
It is mythology.
It is mythology. There's a lot of weird shit going on. So we see her get the lasso, and we see sort of the origin of that, and we cut back to modern times. She somehow covers herself in the lasso and then transforms into Medusa. Somehow, I'm not entirely clear
Yeah.
how that happens. Even as I'm looking at it now, I'm like, okay, all right. It's just, I guess it's a part of the lasso was cursed with Medusa's shit, and
A wizard did it.
A wizard did it, and she becomes Medusa.
You're a
and-
wizard, Diana.
You're a wizard, Diana. And what does Medusa do? Anything that looks her in the eye turns to stone, and that's how she kills the
Turns
thing.
into stone like she's ELO.
And
That was a
then
deep cut classic
just
rock
sound-
reference.
Oh my God. Troy, you just sounded like Bill Cosby. And Medusa do.
and Medusa do what Medusa do. You see, I did not put the stone in the chocolate. Man, you know you put stone in the
WWMD.
chocolate.
You've had many opportunities to put the stone in the
I've
chocolate.
had many opportunities to
Why
lasso
would you
myself
start
in
doing
Medusa.
that now?
Do it. Medusa do it well. Do it. Don't stop.
I would have enjoyed a romantic plot between Cersei and Diana.
I thought it was it was a really interesting sequence of panels where she turns into Medusa, and you're just kind of like, so now what? And then they had to cut to the 1,000 eyes of the thing looking at her, and just one eye looked at her, and the entire thing turns to stone. And then it cuts back to Steve and Barbara and all of them at like the Situation Room, and they're all watching it unfold over one laptop, which was like watching
being held up by Mike the Situation.
Mike the Situation. Hey guys, I'm gonna do comedy again tonight after I roast Whitney Cummings.
I didn't know this was the Situation Room.
We're in the wrong room, but it's this is the absolute universe. Darkseid made me in charge of the raid on Bin Laden. You say Bin Laden?
Ben Laden or Bin Laden? Ben Laden's almost like a Jewish name.
Bin Laden. I do like that once she's Medusa, Steve's like, well, there's only one thing to do now: blindfold myself and go save her. And I'm like, how did you get there, Steve? What the hell? That's the point where I was like, what the hell is happening in this book? I felt like this book was written by Al Pacino in a nightmare. He was like,
are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? He just like goes and he finds her, and then I guess his essence is enough for her to be like, I'm not Medusa anymore. Let me jump Steve's bones.
Well,
Steve,
because
the
no,
tallest
I
man.
actually, yeah, no, I fully disagree. I thought this was the coolest part. He
liked
blindfolded
this
himself because if you look Medusa in the eye, you turn to
Then you
stone, so
turn
he
to
couldn't
stone.
steer. But he
Yeah.
was going out there, and they're like, "What are you gonna do?" And he was like, "She cut her arm off for me. Like this is the least I
Yes.
could do." So
Yeah,
he's returning the favor, and then
Yeah.
because they were like, "Oh my god, like if you become something else." Because she was Medusa or whatever. She's like, how do you remember what you are? And then he was like, your friends remind you. And I thought that was cute.
Slater makes a good point. Unrelated, but her favorite movie is also Night at the Museum 2. So, I mean, take with that what you will.
What? I haven't even seen that.
She
Did I
told me-
say that?
You told me that. You said that's your favorite movie of all time, and now you're backtracking.
Brent, you need to get in politics because even I'm starting to believe you. That's insane.
There is that great line though,
I thought
Slater.
it was
You're
sweet.
right.
I thought it was a
Where-
nice,
yeah, where he was-
wholesome
Yeah, I
moment.
it was a very sweet
Cut
moment,
off
like
her
Night
arm
at the
to
Museum
save
2.
me. There's no world in which I'm going to let her be out there alone. I did really love that. And then she
No, you made
immediately
a good point. I was just
he
being
changes back and she's Wonder Woman. And then they're like, is it really over? And she's like, well, there's still 2 more issues. What do you think, dipshit? And then she gets pulled back down to is that Hades who she has to talk to, or Satan? Who's the guy
I
that
think
she's
it's her
dealing with?
Yeah, she gets pulled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hades.
Hades is that brings us to issue 5 or 6.
Well,
And where-
the
where-
best part about that is that fucking they're all standing there and Ida, whatever. She's like, "What the fuck?"
What just happened? Yeah,
That's
a
right,
hole
that was
opens
funny.
up in the ground. A hand grabs her, pulls her back down. The most powerful woman in the world, and everyone. Just the last issue was just ended up being like, "What the fuck?" and I did laugh audibly when I said that because like that's when I was really in this book, and it was kind of like. It was kind of like Dusk to Dawn, where the first time I watched it, I was like, all right, this is kind of okay. And then Salma Hayek turns into a snake vampire, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, it's that
That's
movie.
That's what this moment was like for me.
The belly
just when-
dancing movie.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like the whole
Yeah.
opening was the belly dancing for me, and I was like, all right, I guess let's load this up now. And then we get to the basically what we're seeing here is sort of her reckoning to a higher power. That's essentially all we're really seeing, is like someone who could regulate her power. And he goes to whatever demon brought her down. He's like, he didn't strip her of her weapons, and he's like, she didn't bring any weapons. And he's like, you dumbass, she's Wonder Woman, everything on her is a weapon. And then she strips down and she's like, is this better? And he's like, yeah. And then they talk about what was the
Welcome to a
mountain?
creepy man hell.
A man
Strip
hell
down.
with who was the guy up on the mountain? Prometheus. And she's like,
Yeah.
he's chained to this mountain, so therefore it's his mountain. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's also chained to the rhythm. Whenever you visit Prometheus, it's just Katy Perry blasting in the background.
Whenever you see a Prometheus in any literature, you know that the shit is about to get really mid.
Yeah. Yeah, he like pricks his finger too. He's like, "Take my blood." And she's
That's
like,
why
"Okay."
Prometheus got sentenced to that punishment for taking Katy Perry's side in the beef with Taylor.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was really close with Russell Brand. He was the one who encouraged her.
You're gonna have to have an eagle eat out your heart every day for siding against Taylor.
You sex pest. Yeah, the Prometheus ish. I maybe Slater, you can help me understand it more than anything else, and more than Brent could. The Prometheus issue was basically to show you her battling the last basilisk and how she was able to harvest its venom and put it into I guess her axe. Is that what she used it for? And that's what she was telling Hades about. Yeah, you harvested the
Yeah,
venom of the last basilisk, and she's like, well, a witch never wastes anything, it's conservation. And he's like, yeah, I bet that basilisk feels real conserved after you used all of its pieces and it was the last of your kind. And then she keeps like kind of mouthing off to Hades, and then he's like, all right, well, we got one last thing for you. Here's your mother all tied up. Now you got nothing to say. Now what? Say it again.
now you
Say it for
fucked
the
up.
woman. Now you fucked
fucked
up. You have fucked up now. And the last issue is where she's in the arena of the damned, where she has to fight. I guess it's her sister. Who's the
Sorry,
tiger?
the arena of the what?
The arena of the damned.
The damned.
Where in order to save her sister, she has to, or in order to save her mother, she has to fight like her half-blooded tiger, boar, horny sister, something. The Lady of the Tiger Part 2. That's what this is called.
Oh, Troy,
and-
you went farther than me even.
oh, really? Okay. Well, like
Yeah.
it's just,
That must be like
I'll-
issue 7 or something like that, right?
Yeah,
I
because
guess, yeah. I just went by
through
what was
6.
in the volume. It basically ends with like they fight,
Volume.
and we get some more Diana backstory with like her and Cersei, and she's telling her that most people can't communicate with tigers or live with them, and that's the reason why your sister's a tiger, and you might know how to fight her or deal with her. Basically, this long drawn out battle happens, and Diana has to kill her sister in order to save her mother, and Hades is the puppet master for all of it. And there is her mother gets restored, and she owes this green bitch a debt that she can never repay. And it ends with them in the Wild Isle, and Cersei and I guess Cersei's dead. I'm not really sure, but she's like, I fought the Tetracide, and Cersei's like, by Hellcat, oh my god, I can't believe it. And she's like, do you know how I won? The lasso and the sword. It was the answer. It saved everyone, including me. And in Hecate's name, farewell, mother. And she goes, in Hecate's name, farewell, daughter. And then there's this little cute story by the looks of it called Little Diana, which if this book had been 10% better, I might have read. But now
I was
that I'm
just gonna say, I feel like this whole thing, you could have just summarized it in Tracy Morgan's voice, and it would have been way more.
That would have been so much
entertaining.
better. Oh my god, if we had just done impressions the entire time. I mean, look, this is our 63rd episode of Secret, not counting the Kirby tears. We've given 61 positive reviews. Okay. So we've given 2 not positive reviews. Craven the Hunter, the movie, which was ass. And this, which isn't even ass. It's just mid.
No.
It harkens
Yeah.
back to what Alex said from Escape Pod when he was on it, when he's talking about Thor comics. It feels like required reading. Like none of it is awesome. He compared it to the Red Badge of Courage, which I don't know if that was a joke or if he meant the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Well, I mean, it'll be they're what I like about the Absolute Universe is they're very much okay with their characters being their own characters right now. And we know we'll get a crossover with the big 3 and a Justice League thing, probably like 2 years down the line, because it really seems like they're fleshing out every aspect of every character in this universe. And sometimes a casualty of that is a slow start of a Wonder Woman book. But I will say, for all its faults, of all the mid books I read, this was like a little bit top tier mid. You know, maybe it was the art, maybe it was the
art is
something
excellent.
new. The art is
the art is
amazing.
outstanding.
Kelly Thompson had a very difficult task in writing this, which is Wonder Woman feels like it should be an easy thing to take to task and to write because everybody knows who Wonder Woman is. Everybody knows that the guy who invented the lie detector test was also the person who created Wonder Woman. There's all this cool, interesting lore around her. But when it comes to starting off a story, you're like, what do I do here? I can't necessarily do what Zack Snyder and Patty Jenkins did, even though that was a really cool thing to do and it shows her kind of being immortal. Okay, I can't do that. Let me do what comics have always done when they run out of ideas and just poach a little bit from Greek mythology. And I guess my big critique is it just poached a little bit too much, but I understand why they did, because her origin is so, without the presence of the Amazonians, she needs that. Like, who's gonna raise Wonder Woman? Like Jim Gordon, you know, like she needs to be in hell or some shit.
Well, and you're also taking one of her most iconic villains and making it her mother. Like, again, Wonder Woman doesn't have, like, Batman has so many iconic villains. Superman has so many iconic villains. Flash, Green Lantern. I mean, even a guy like Shazam. You've got Black Adam. You've got Sivana. I mean, you have, like, really, I mean, who's the iconic Wonder Woman villain? Dr. Psycho, Cheetah, Max. And Maxwell Lord was not even a big Wonder Woman villain until she killed him.
Yeah, that's in Max Lord, maybe the Cheetah, and only like that's because of Wonder Woman 84. Like, even in the Justice League show, the biggest moments we had with her had to deal with her mother and the Amazons, you know, like
she's best when she's shitting on Batman and Superman as part of the Trinity.
Yeah.
When she's just like, "Oh, you guys think you're hard? You guys are fucking pussies compared to me." And Batman's like, "You're crazy," and she's like, "I'm not. I'm not. I'm actually the only one willing to do what needs to be done."
Yeah,
she was kind of in that way towards like the military and everyone in this. I thought it was pretty funny that she's like, "All right, well, don't listen to me, and you're fucked."
Diana's like Frank Castle. She will kill people.
Yeah,
she's dope. She's like, you, me.
No,
you?
it's you. You're gonna probably say whatever I'm gonna say anyway.
I know, but now I forgot.
You were just like, you were straight out of Night of the Roxbury there, Slater. You're like, you.
Oh
me,
yeah,
you,
that was done purposely.
Okay.
Yeah, please hold. I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot now. Now I'm just thinking about Will Ferrell again.
I think enough has been said about this book.
I'm shocked we made it over an hour. I'm stuck on Roxbury.
Just
want an acknowledgement.
You look like a bear in captivity.
Mom, look.
When I make the Instagram post for this, I'm gonna put what's it called? The Hathaway song. Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get it unless they watch the episode. What is love?
Yes, and we'll see who actually got all the way through. And get all the way through this.
Listen,
book.
we were entertaining.
Yeah, we're great. This is the way to consume this book. Watch the three of us be awesome. Talk about, like, that's way more fun than reading this stupid mid book. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Honestly, we should have written it. I should have written it.
You should have.
I would have rather reviewed Nicotine.
I ran out of Zens, Brent, and now you just reminded me.
No, I'm talking about your character, Slater. Nicotine.
Nick Otine.
Nick Otine.
Oh yeah. People did say to
people are asking for that. They're asking for it on our Reddit.
Right. Should I drop it? Should I drop it on the secret page?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay.
I would love it. Yeah, it's so
probably
good.
In all my porn files. Oh, my P drive. It's probably on my Google Drive. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. It's landed on the Mucinex.
Yeah, me too. Let's get out of here before we kill Brent virtually. Our next episode is Absolute Superman. For those who have not unsubscribed to us yet, until next week, I am Troy Bond.
I'm Brent Birnbaum.
I'm sick. Later.
It's a wonder you made it this far.
Guys, no.